Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Very good evening to all of you. I hope I am audible. Everyone, welcome. Yeah. So we are going to start today's session. Today it's not the history part. Today we are looking into the current affairs part. Okay. We will continue with the NCRT series as usual. That will happen tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I will set the stream early 24 hours earlier itself so that you can join the class accordingly, and I will announce it in my Telegram channel as well, so do look into that also. So today we are going to start our current affairs part basically through MCQs. So this is a 1 hour session. We will finish by 6 p.m. 25 questions are there, all based on current affairs, and today's current affairs are questions are taken from June and July 2020. Okay, we will club 2 months together and do this, about after 2 days each or something like that. Okay, so by half of the next month, we can almost, completely go through the entire current affairs portion. Okay, so we can begin this session. So before showing you the question, let me just ask you to take a piece of paper or a notebook or something like that and try to see how many you can get it right. Okay, there are 25 questions. See how many you can get right, so that you can keep your own scores and aim for more and more improvement. All right, so the first question is going to be shown now. Hello Shravana, welcome. Hello Seema, good evening. Okay, so the first question is on the board. Consider the following statements about custodial violence. Okay, number 1, methods of investigation involving torture are against the fundamental right to life and dignity as under Article 19 of Indian Constitution. 2. India has ratified the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman and Degrading Treatment, both of which prohibit torture. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Okay, you can poll your answers in the live chat session once you find it out. I will give you 20 seconds for each question. So take your time, don't worry. There are only 25 questions. We will round this out by 6 p.m. Okay. So, welcome Satya. Good evening. Thanks for joining, all of you. So again, today is Wednesday. So probably the next quiz on current affairs will be on Saturday. Okay. So the next 2 months will be combined. August and September will be combined. So you can revise these 2 months tomorrow and day after tomorrow and come prepared by Saturday. Okay. So any guesses? So far no answers from any of you. Okay, Satya has given the first answer to the first quiz in this channel. Satya is saying it is B. Okay. So the correct answer to question number 1 is option D, none of the above. Alright, so I am giving you a short hint for the answer also. A short note also is given here. So why is this? Both statements are incorrect. Okay, both statements are incorrect. Methods of investigation involving torture are against the fundamental right to life and dignity. That part is true. But in which article is right to life and dignity defined? It is not in Article 19. It is in Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, it's a very simple statement, very easy to know it's wrong also. Second statement, India has ratified the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman and or Degrading Treatment, both of which prohibit torture. This is also wrong. India is actually one among the 5 countries which have not yet ratified this thing. Alright, other countries being, Sudan, Brunei, Haiti, etc. So both the statements are wrong. Correct answer is option B. Okay, I will upload this PPT in the form of PDF in my Telegram channel. The link is given here. Okay, t.me/msrw1. Let's move on to second question. Keep a scorecard of yourself. Okay, let's see how many can you get. I will ask at the end of this session. Okay. Second question. Consider the following statements about Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban. 1. It aims to provide Pakka houses to all eligible beneficiaries of urban India by 2022 with the vision of housing for all. 2. Economically weaker section, EWS, low income groups, LIGs, and middle income groups, MIGs, are eligible for the benefits under this scheme? Select the correct answer. Okay, in the previous question, Seema gave B, Shravana gave B. Okay, Vasanta did not know the answer. It's fine. Yeah, correct explanation, Seema. So second question is on the board. Once I get a couple of answers, I will explain it, okay? And move on. Alright, Shravana is saying it is C. Both are correct. Okay. Seema also going with C. So correct answer to second question is indeed option C. Both are correct. Very good. Okay, so you have revised this part. The annual income cap is up to 3 lakhs for EWS, 3 to 6 lakhs for LIG, and 6 to 18 lakhs for MIG. So the criterion for each of these groups are different, but still all these three groups are eligible for the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Okay, and in this Yojana, some additional points are also written here. Angigar campaign has been aimed for the beneficiaries of this scheme to create awareness about the best practices in water and energy conservation, sanitation and waste management through behavioral change and convergence, etc., etc. Okay, so just remember this key term, Angigar campaign. This is also a part of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, urban. Okay, very important, urban. So 2 questions done. Third one. Consider the following statements. Recently, this country has declared a new Ebola epidemic in the western city of Bandaka. 2. Lake Tanganyika is situated to the east of this nation. 3. This country experiences high precipitation and has the highest frequency of thunderstorms in the world. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Option A, Democratic Republic of Congo. Option B, Nigeria. Option C, Kenya. Option D, Cameroon. Yes. Okay. So the third question is on the board. There are 25 questions in all. We will round this up by 6 p.m. This is a 1-hour session. I promise it won't go longer than that. Alright. Rabona going with A. Waiting for one more answer. Okay. So the correct answer to the question is option A. Alright. Very good, Shravana. Very good, Prabha. Okay. So Democratic Republic of Congo has declared a new Ebola epidemic in the western city of Bandaka. Okay, this was very recently, in 2020, June, July time, it was in the news. They were already combating certain other diseases, and this one also came up along with it. Okay, and so the first statement is correct. Second, it points to Democratic Republic of Congo. Lake Tanganyika, that is also in this particular country. And finally, this country experiences high precipitation and has the highest frequency of thunderstorms in the world. This is actually correct. Okay, the annual rainfall is nearly about 80 inches. Okay, 2000 millimeters, around 80 inches. And Congo rainforest is the second largest rainforest in the world after Amazon. Okay, largest rainforest in the world is the Amazon forest. Okay, second largest rainforest in the world is the Congo rainforest. Okay, keep that in mind. I hope you are familiar with what is a rainforest, what is a equatorial forest, deciduous forest, etc., etc. Otherwise, please do look into that while you study geography and make a note of this. Okay. Question number 4. Easy question. Consider the following statements about BHIM. Okay, BHIM. BHIM is a UPI based payment interface developed by National Payments Corporation of India, or NPCI. 2. BHIM apps have 3 levels of authentication. Select the correct answer. This is a very simple question in the sense that most of you would have already used this particular app for, if I say that, you will get the answer. So, a very common app. You can download it from Play Store and you start using it. The BHIM app. Srabana saying it is C. Okay. Vasanta Lakshmi also saying C. So I got 2 answers. So I'm moving on. Correct answer is indeed C. Very good. Okay. Very simple question, right? I mean, all of us have used this app for transaction of money. So it is indeed developed by National Payment Corporation of India. That is true, NPCI. It is a UPI based app. I hope you know what UPI means. Okay. Unified Payment Interface. And there are 3 levels of authentication. The first level is that the app binds with device's ID and mobile number. So that is the first level of authentication. Device ID and mobile number. Second level of authentication deals with syncing with the bank account. Okay, syncing with the corresponding bank account based on mobile number, etc., etc. And thirdly, the user can actually set a password to enter into the app and have a UPI pin to make the transaction. There are 2 passwords there. One is to enter the app. Okay, you have to type in that 4-digit password to get in, or a pattern, whatever it is. And then there is the UPI pin, which enables you to transfer the money. So these are the 3 levels of authentication that is within the BHIM app, which is launched by the government of India for UPI based money transactions. Okay. Question 5. Consider the following statements about Globa andersoni. Okay, Globa andersoni. 1. The species has been found near the Narmada River Valley after a gap of nearly 136 years. 2. The species has been listed as critically endangered on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. Select the correct answer. Yes, those who are participating in this quiz, you can all put your answers in the live chat. Okay, it doesn't matter if it is wrong or not. I mean, even if it is wrong, it is fine. Just learn from it and move on. Okay. Also try to keep a scorecard and see how many you can get out of 25. Globa andersoni. Sravana B, Vasanta Lakshmi A. Okay. Yeah, I got 2 answers. So moving on. Answer is option D, none of the above. Alright. So first of all, the Globa andersoni is found in the state of Sikkim. Okay, in the Sikkim Himalayas, that region. So it is definitely not in the Narmada Valley. It is in the Teesta River Valley. Okay, Narmada Valley is wrong. It is not Narmada. It is Teesta, northeastern region. Okay, so a team of researchers have rediscovered a rare species called Globa andersoni from the Sikkim Himalayas, and the species has been found near the Teesta River Valley after a gap of 136 years. This plant species was supposed to be extinct about 136 years ago, and very recently, that is last year, we rediscovered it. Okay, and this plant species is also known as dancing ladies or the swan flowers. Okay, and this species is listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List. Endangered, not critically endangered. Both are different. I have already mentioned this in my previous quizzes. Make sure to read regarding the endangered and critically endangered list. Okay, these 2 are very important. Others, vulnerable, threatened, etc. You may skip, but don't skip endangered and critically endangered species. Just at least go read them. Okay, just to remember their names. At least relate their names. That's all. Okay. Question 6. Kolongchu project is a hydroelectric project between India and which among the following countries? Kolongchu project. Okay, it is actually a hydroelectric project between India and one of India's neighboring nations. Which one is it? Option A, Myanmar. Option B, Bhutan. Option C, Nepal. Option D, Bangladesh. Question number 6. Kolongchu project is a hydroelectric power project between India and which among the following nations? Deepika, welcome. Deepika is saying it is B, Bhutan. Prabha also going with B. So yeah, 2 answers. Both of you very good, correct. It is indeed Bhutan. Okay, Kolongchu power project is actually a 600 megawatt hydroelectric power project which was signed between India and Bhutan along with 3 other important projects. Okay, that is Bunakha, Wangchu and Shamkarshu. Okay, these 3 are the other projects which has been signed along with the Kholangshu project. Okay, so it is actually a 50-50 joint venture between Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam, Himachal Pradesh PSU and Bhutanese Drunk Green Power Corporation. Alright, so correct answer is option B. It is Bhutan. 7th question, another very simple question. I think all of you will get this one right. Consider the following statements about United Nations Security Council. Okay, UNSC. The reason why this question is there is because India has been elected as one of the non-permanent members to the UNSC. Okay, so the first statement is saying the chief mandate of UNSC is maintaining peace and security at international level. 2. Its headquarters is situated at New York. 3. 5 members of UNSC are replaced every year. Select the correct answer. Okay, yeah, the previous question all of you got it right. Very good. Afterwards, Srabana, Satya and Vasanta also gave me the correct answer. Very good. So choose the correct answer from these statements. United Nations Security Council, a very important organ of United Nations. Okay, Deepika saying C. Srabana saying C. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Alright. Satya going with option A. Okay, I think I will tell you the answer now. It is option. Oh, sorry, I haven't. Okay, marked it. The correct answer is option D. All the above. Okay, all the above. This is the correct answer. I forgot to mark, highlight it. We'll do it later. But correct answer is option D. All the above. The chief mandate of UNSC is maintaining peace and security at international level. Yes, maintaining peace and security is the chief mandate of UNSC. You can read it from the UN charter itself. Okay, the main function of United Nations Security Council is maintaining peace and security. Clear? Its headquarters is situated in New York. Also correct. The only United Nations organ whose headquarters is outside New York is International Court of Justice, ICJ. Its headquarters is located in Hague, Netherlands. Okay, the Peace Palace, which is situated in The Hague, Netherlands. Every other UN organ, the prime UN organs, the headquarters is located in New York. Clear? Last one, 5 members of UNSC are replaced every year. Also correct. United Nations Security Council has totally 15 members, okay, of which 5 are permanent and 10 are, non-permanent members. Clear? So this is fixed. Out of these 10, 5 are replaced at the end of every year. So third statement is also correct. Okay, so the answer is all the above, option D. Whatever I have explained is given in this snippet also. You can read it from here. Question number 8. A question from economics. Consider the following statements about IBC. Okay, what is IBC? IBC stands for Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. Okay. Number 1. National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT, for the companies and LLPs, and Debt Recovery Tribunal for individuals and partnership firms acts as the adjudicating authority. Okay. Number 2. The insolvency resolution process can be initiated only by the concerned firm. Select the correct answer. So the first statement is saying that NCLT is the adjudicating authority as far as limited liability partnerships and debt recovery tribunals are companies and LLPs are concerned, and debt recovery tribunal is the adjudicating authority for individuals and partnership firms. Which of these statements is or are correct? Okay, previous question, I think I got the point. Nobody else got it correct. Study the important organs of United Nations. Okay, don't skip it. I mean, it's very theory section. So if you study it and the question comes from there, you will definitely get it. So it's not a bulkier area also. Question 8. Yeah, Deepika going with A, Sravana going with A, Satya A. Very good. All of you, good job. It is option A, one only. Okay, so the insolvency and bankruptcy code was intended to tackle the bad loan problems. Okay, in India there were a huge amount of bad loans, NPAs, etc., etc. So this IBC was implemented to tackle this issue. Clear. But recently some amendments were made to IBC because due to the pandemic situation and all, our entire economy was in a not doing pretty well. So some amendments were made to IBC for some kind of leniency. That is why it is in the news. Okay. Second statement: the insolvency and resolution process can be initiated by any of the stakeholders of the firm or the debtor or the creditor or the employee. Anyone can initiate this, not just the firm. Okay, the debtor can do it, creditor can do it, employee can do it, anyone can do it. Clear? And there is a particular period by which it has to be done. For example, usually it is 180 days. But if the turnover of the company is less than 1 crore, then it has to be done within 90 days, which can be extended by another 45 days. Clear? So there are some conditions and criteria also. So please do read about IBC. Very important. Do look into it. Question number 9. Consider the following statements about Madhubani paintings. So here is a question from culture, art and culture. Madhubani paintings. It is also known as Mithila for its origin, is said to be the Mithila region in Bihar. 2. This style of painting has been traditionally done only by women of the region. Select the correct answer. Okay, Madhubani paintings, again in the news around previous year, June, July time. So it is also known as Mithila paintings for its origin is said to be in Mithila region of Bihar. 2. This style of painting has been traditionally done only by women of that region. Select the correct answer. Question number 9. Please put the question numbers also. Okay, Seema going with A, Sravana A. Alright. Correct, and Deepika saying it is C. Satya saying it is C. What is the answer? A is the answer. Okay, first of all, understand that when this term like exclusively or say only, these kinds of terms are there in the question, usually that statement might be wrong. Usually, I'm not saying always, but chances of it being wrong is very high. Here also the same thing happens. Why? First statement is correct. It is also known as Mithila painting because the region is around Mithila, which is in Bihar. Okay. Second one, this style of painting, look, traditionally it was exclusively done by women. Okay. Traditionally it was done by women alone, but nowadays men also do it because of the high demand for it. Okay. Now it is a income or a commercial area, so men has also joined this because of the huge demand and the requirement of that much of production. Okay, look at here in the second statement, it is saying currently, not traditionally. Okay, so that is why statement 2 is, it's a bit tricky question, but I hope you get my point. Okay, so the answer is option A. 10th question. World's first atomic bomb was nicknamed as dash. Okay, world's first atomic bomb was nicknamed as dash. Option A, gadget. Option B, little boy. Option C, fat man. Option D, Joe 1. 10th question, an interesting question. Okay, first atomic bomb. We have all heard about the events, na? So how many of you know the names of the bombs associated with the Manhattan Project? This bomb was actually a part of the Manhattan Project. Okay, Oppenheimer, who led this project, I think regarding this entire thing. Okay, how US developed this atomic bomb and used it against Japan during the Second World War, etc., etc. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, all these things. Sravana saying it is C. Deepika saying it is B. Yeah, I almost knew that you will make mistakes in this question. Correct answer is option A, gadget. World's first atomic bomb was not put in Japan, Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Okay, the world's first atomic bomb which was built was actually for testing purpose. Okay, it was tested somewhere else, and basically that is the first bomb, and then another one was made which was actually put in Hiroshima, Nagasaki, etc., etc. The first, that prototype or the first bomb that was made was Gadget. Okay, on 16th July, exactly 75 years ago. That is why it is relevant. Okay, 1945 to 2020, that is 75 years. So after, it has been 75 years since the first atomic bomb was made, and it is called the Gadget. It was a part of the Trinity test. Trinity test is the first atomic bomb test that was conducted in the world. Okay, and less than a month later, a similar, exactly identical nuclear bomb was put in Nagasaki, and it is known as Fat Man. Okay, Fat Man was put in Nagasaki, and Little Boy was put in Hiroshima. Clear? These two are the bombs associated with the Second World War, and this one is the first one which was ever made. And what is Joe 1? Joe 1 is actually the Western name of the first atom bomb developed by Russia. Okay, or the Soviet Union. Soviet Union also very soon developed its own atom bomb, and the Western nations called it Joe 1. Okay, so 10 questions are completed. Moving on to the 11th one. Consider the following statements about Istanbul Convention. Okay, number 1. The treaty is the world's first binding instrument to prevent and tackle violence against women. 2. It is also called as the Council of Europe Convention on Preventing and Combating Violence Against Women and Domestic Violence. Select the correct answer. Question number 11. Istanbul Convention. Where is Istanbul located? It's located in which country? Istanbul. Anybody? We are almost at halfway now. We will finish this by 6 p.m. Okay. Okay, Srabana is saying it is C. Both are correct. Fine. Nobody else? Yeah, Sravana, correct. It is in Turkey. And the correct answer to 11th question, Deepika is saying it is B. It is actually C. Both are true. Okay, Istanbul Convention is the most comprehensive legal framework that exists to tackle violence against women, girls, and covering domestic violence, rape, sexual assault, female genital mutilation, so-called honor-based violence, and forced marriage. Okay, it is a very comprehensive convention which looks into all these things, and this is the world's first binding instrument, which means once a country is a signatory and it ratifies the same, then it is bound by all its laws. Okay, second statement is also correct. It is also called as the Council of Europe Convention on Preventing and Combating Violence Against Women and Domestic Violence. That is the other name for it, the real name of it. Since it is signed in Istanbul, it's known as Istanbul Convention. Why is it in the news? It is in news because Poland announced its withdrawal from it. Okay, Poland, there the government, they announced its withdrawal. Why? Because if that country is a part of Istanbul Convention, then in the school education textbook, etc., you have to put a chapter regarding this kinds of all these things, respecting women. Similarly, it also is in favor of giving equal opportunities and status to homosexual people, etc., etc. So the Polish government is not much favorable to this second idea regarding homosexuality and all. So they decided to withdraw from Istanbul Convention. That is why it has been in the news. Okay, so correct answer is option C. 12th question. Consider the following statements about contempt of court. Okay, I think you all know why this question is here. Prashant Bhushan case happened last year. We all know what happened, how it ended and all. Okay, the first statement is saying willful disobedience of a court order or judgment or willful breach of an undertaking given to a court constitute a criminal contempt. 2. Article 129 and 215 of the Constitution of India empowers the Supreme Court and High Court respectively to punish people for their respective contempt. Select the correct answer. 12th question. Regarding contempt of court, choose the correct answer. A very important topic. Make sure you read about contempt of court. Highly expected also. Okay. There has been many arguments regarding the court itself misusing contempt, or say how some allegations have been made like that. The court should not, use this power that often, etc., etc. Anyway, C is one option. Srabana going with A, Deepika B. So the correct answer to 12th question is option B. Very good. Deepika, correct. Okay, there are two kinds of contempts. One is called civil contempt, other one is known as criminal contempt. Civil contempt is the first one. This is not criminal, this is civil. If someone willfully disobey or breach order of the court, it will constitute only civil contempt. It's not criminal in nature. Criminal contempt occurs when written or spoken words or any act that scandalizes the court or lowers its authority, or prejudices or interferes with the due course of a judicial proceeding, or interferes or obstructs the administration of justice. Okay, so disobeying a court order is civil contempt, and going on an offensive against the court is basically the criminal contempt. That's the easiest way to remember it. If you attack the court or if you scandalize the court, that is criminal, and disobeying its order is civil. Clear? Second statement is correct. 129 for Supreme Court and 215 for High Court gives them the authority of using the contempt of court provision against miscreants. Okay, so the answer is option B, 2 only. 13th question, probably the easiest question in this quiz, so make sure you get it right. World Investment Report is released by which among the following organization? Okay, World Investment Report is released by which among the following organizations? Option A, World Economic Forum. Option B, World Bank. Option C, International Monetary Fund. Option D, none of the above. Okay, Seema saying it is option D, none of the above. Waiting for one more answer. Satya also saying D. So those who are giving answers and the none of the above, please tell me what the correct answer is. Okay, if you are giving none of the above, then you should tell me which one it is. Shrabana is saying it is B, World Bank. Fine. Okay, yeah, the correct answer is indeed none of the above, option D. Yeah, Deepika also getting it correct. World Investment Report is released by UNCTAD, UNCTAD, United Nations Convention on Trade and Development. Okay, UNCTAD is the agency which brings out the World Investment Report, and it focuses on the trends in which FDI worldwide at the original and country levels are emerging measures to improve its contribution to development. Okay, UNCTAD, just make sure you study these kinds of important reports, especially those published by World Bank, IMF, United Nations agencies, etc., etc., and some other important ones as well. For example, those produced by Transparency International, Amnesty, and so on. Okay, question number 14. Consider the following statements about Indian Energy Exchange. 1. It is the first and only energy exchange in India, providing a nationwide automated trading platform for physical delivery of electricity, renewable energy certificates, and energy saving certificates. 2. It is regulated by the Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, CERC. Select the correct answer. Yes, very good, very good. Deepika and Satya Seema all knew the answer. Very good. 14th question is on the board. You have 20 seconds to give the correct answer. We have total of 25 questions. Okay, this is 45 out of 25. 14 out of 25, sorry. Okay, Seema is saying it is C. Both are correct. Sravana is saying it is A, one only. So what is the correct answer for 14th question? Deepika getting the answer correct. It is option B, 2 only. Okay, it is the first and largest energy exchange in India. Okay, it's saying that it is the only energy exchange in India. That is wrong. It is the first and the largest. Okay, energy exchange in India, providing a nationwide automated blah blah blah. Both it's correct. The rest of the statement is correct. Second one, it is regulated by Central Electricity Regulatory Commission. Also correct. Okay, so this is wrong. This is correct. So which is the other one? IEX is one of the two power exchanges in India. The second one being Power Exchange India Limited, that is PIXL. Okay, so there are two power exchanges in India. One is IEE, or the Indian Energy Exchange, and the second one is PXIL. Okay, it's not IEE, actually it is IEX. Okay, for exchange we use X only, not E. Alright, so it is one of the two. That is why statement 1 is wrong. 15th question. Consider the following statements. G4 virus is transmitted much like H1N1. 2. Swine flu was declared a pandemic by World Health Organization in the year 2009. Select the correct answer. Fifteenth question. So lots of diseases are going on around the world. Okay, we had Ebola, we had COVID-19, now swine flu, H1, now here we have G4, etc., etc. So you can expect some questions from the field of medicine also. So which is the correct answer? Sravana saying it is A, one only. All right. Waiting for one more answer. Once I get at least 2 answers, I will explain the correct answer. Okay. So tomorrow probably I won't be taking the theory session of history. Day after tomorrow, that is Friday, there will be definitely be an NCRT session taking the next chapters in the modern India. And Saturday we will have the current affairs quiz on August and September 2020. Okay. So 15th question, correct answer is option C. Both are true. Very good, Deepika, Seema, Satya. Okay. So G4 virus is transmitted much like H1N1. Here is the explanation for it. Researchers in China have discovered a new form of swine flu that can infect humans, and they believe it has the potential to cause a future pandemic. This swine flu has been dubbed as G4 virus, and it's related to H1N1 flu that caused the widespread illness in 2009. So G4 is transmitted more or less like H1N1 only. Okay, it's a kind of H1N1 in a way. Okay, second one, swine flu is a pandemic declared as a pandemic by WHO in the year 2009. Also correct. Swine flu or H1N1 is a highly contagious respiratory infection caused by the type of influenza A viruses in humans. Okay, why is it called swine flu? Because it's associated with pigs. It was found in humans who are in close contact with pigs. That's why that disease has been nicknamed as swine flu. Okay, so the correct answer is option C. Both the statements given are correct. 16th question. Consider the following statements about Project Bal Basera. Okay, Project Bal Basera. 1. Project Bal Basera provides creche facility for the welfare of children of construction workers. 2. The project is supported by Central Public Works Department, CPWD. Select the correct answer. Project Bal Basera. Choose the correct statements. These are the kinds of questions that might come for UPSC. Don't expect one word answers, okay? That will come for your PSC exams only. In UPSC, I mean, you might get a couple of questions like which are one word answers and all, but usually most of the questions are like this. You will get a question which will have two or three statements, and you will have to pick an option saying which of these statements is correct. Okay. So Sravana B, Deepika A. What is the correct answer? Satya B. Correct answer is option C. No one got it. Or both are correct. Okay, Bal Basera or a creche is a project for the welfare of children of construction workers which was deployed at AIIMS Rishikesh site. Okay, All India Institute of Medical Sciences Rishikesh. This is where the first Bal Basera or a creche project has been deployed. So first statement is correct. Children of construction workers. Okay, second one. The project is supported by the Central Public Works Department. Also correct. Bal Basera shall accommodate about 35 children and shall be run by Central Public Works Department Officers Wives Association. Okay, so correct answer is C. 17. Very simple question. Again, I expect all of you to get this correct regarding Aadhaar. Okay. Number 1. Aadhaar card can be used as a proof of citizenship or domicile. 2. Once issued, Aadhaar number cannot be deactivated or omitted by the issuing authority. Select the correct answer. Take your time, think, and give me the answer. You have 20 seconds. Regarding Aadhaar, which of these statements is or are correct? Sravana saying C, Seema saying C, Satya saying B. Okay, first of all, I would ask you to take your Aadhaar card and look what is written in it. Okay, in your Aadhaar card, it is very clearly written that Aadhaar is a proof of residence and not a proof of citizenship. So first statement is wrong. Aadhaar card is a proof of residence. It is not a proof of citizenship. Okay, if you have an Aadhaar card, that doesn't mean you are an Indian citizen. Okay, it only means that you are a resident of India. Clear? So it is actually written in your Aadhaar card. Just read it. So first statement is wrong. Second one, once issued, Aadhaar number cannot be deactivated or omitted by the issuing authority. Again wrong. It can be deactivated on a series of certain criteria. First one, if the Aadhaar is taken by a child, okay, children have a different kind of Aadhaar. It's called blue Aadhaar. Okay, so when the child becomes 5 years, he or she is supposed to update the biometrics again in the Aadhaar database within 2 years after achieving the age of 5 years. If it is not done, then that child's Aadhaar will be deactivated. Similarly, again, a person after reaching 15 years is supposed to update the biometrics. If it is not done, it can be deactivated. I mean, within 2 years, it can be deactivated. Similarly, if a resident has not biometrically authenticated in 5 years, his or her OTP, one-time password-based authentication services can be deactivated. Okay, so there are certain criteria based on which it can actually be deactivated. Clear? Just think about it. Children are, at their very young age, they are developing, keep on developing, and they are not adults yet. So their biometric data might change over time, or it might not be that accurate when they are little kids. Okay, so when they grow, they have to update it into the database. It's logical. So both the statements are incorrect. Answer is option D. 18th question. Consider the following statements about International Solar Alliance, ISA. 1. The ISA is a treaty-based intergovernmental organization for equatorial countries to address their special energy needs. 2. It is headquartered in Paris, France. Select the correct answer. Yep, the previous question, Deepika got it correct. Very good. This is 18th question. Again, simple question. Regarding International Solar Alliance, choose the correct answer. Shrabana going with option C. Both are true. Anyone else? Everybody, please make sure you are in live, okay? Make sure that you are not lagging behind in the stream. Deepika is saying it is B. Alright. What is the correct answer? It is none of the above. Option D. Okay. International Solar Alliance is a treaty-based intergovernmental organization for solar-rich countries, which means those countries which completely or partially lie between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, those countries which lie either completely or partly between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, that is 23.5 degree north and south of the equator. Clear? It's not just for equatorial countries. It's for solar rich countries. Second one, its headquarters is in Paris, France. No, it is a brainchild of France and India, and its headquarters is located in India in a place called Gurugram or Gurgaon. Old name is Gurgaon. Now it's known as Gurugram. Okay, so both the statements are incorrect. Answer is option D. Yes. Sri Sandhil Devi, welcome. Question number 19. Pragyata Guidelines deals with which among the following? Okay. Pragyata Guidelines deals with which among the following? Option A, COVID-19 Health Advisory. Option B, Digital Education. Option C, Crop and Soil Advisory. Option D, Digital Payments. Any guesses? Pragyata. COVID-19 Health Advisory, Digital Education, Crop and Soil Advisory, Digital Payments. Good evening. Srabana going with A, COVID-19. Alright. Anyone else? Seema Digital Education, and it's in the bank. Okay. Satya also saying it's digital education. Yeah, very good. Okay, both of you correct. Digital education. Pragyata stands for plan, review, arrange, guide, yak, assign, track, appreciate. This is basically for digital education. Okay, I mean, due to the COVID-19 pandemic and all, the entire, our structure of education has collapsed to a certain extent. Our ordinary school going or college going has been broken down, and everything has been happening online for a long time now. So Pragyata guidelines are actually for digital education. Okay, correct answer is option B. 20th question. Which among the following causes sunspots? Okay, option A, weak magnetic fields. Option B, solar winds. Option C, gravitational anomaly. Option D, none of the above. Sunspots. You know what are sunspots, right? Sunspots means usually, if you observe the sun through a telescope or something, you can actually see certain dark areas in the sun appearing in the sun. Okay, some dark areas. These kinds of spots which appear on the surface of the sun are known as sunspots. Okay, so what is the reason why these spots are caused? 20. A. Everybody going with A. Seema, Sri Sandhil Devi, Sravana, Satya. Okay, what does this mean? This shows that you people have read the material wherever you have read it from. It also means that you did not focus enough. Okay, just when you read something, you should logically try to relate to it. Okay, weak magnetic fields. How can weak magnetic fields cause sunspots? Okay, it is actually the other way around. The magnetic field has to be strong. It's not weak. It should be strong. So what happens? This strong magnetic field will prevent the sun's heat from reaching the outer surface. That is why that point in outer surface is appears dark. Clear? If the magnetic field is weak, the heat will easily go outside. So those spots will be actually even more brighter. Okay, because the magnetic field is very high or strong, the heat is prevented from escaping into the surface, and thereby the surface appears to be a bit darker. Clear? So they form at areas where magnetic fields are particularly strong. Clear? If you have, when you read this content in your material, if you have logically or reasonably thought of this, then you will never have made this mistake. All of you got the correct answer. Got the correct idea, but the wrong answer. Okay, so answer is option D, none of the above. Last 5 questions. 21. Consider the following statements about Global Environment Facility, GEF. Simple question. The World Bank serves as the GEF trustee, administering the GEF Trust Fund. 2. It was established on the eve of 2015 Paris Summit to help tackle our planet's most pressing environmental problems. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Global Environment Facility. Which of these statements is or are correct regarding GEF? Anyone? We have only 4 more questions after this. We will finish by 6 p.m. Okay, sharp. Don't worry, we won't overshoot. Please do share the link with your friends, etc. also, okay, so that more people can join the live quiz and all. It would be more interesting if more people are online. So anyway, Seema saying C, Sravana B, Deepika C, Srisindal Devi A. Different answers. And what is the correct answer? Only one of you got it. It is option A. Very good, Srisindal Devi. It is option A. World Bank serves as the GEF trustee, administering the GEF Trust Fund. Correct. This portion is true. Second one, how can, look, again, GEF is something pretty old, okay? It's nothing new. It's nothing very, of the 21st century at all. It was established on the eve of 1992 Rio Earth Summit. Okay, the Rio Summit 1992, that deals with environment. 2015 Paris Summit deals with what? First of all, it does not deal with environment. It deals with climate. Okay, Paris Summit deals with climate. So that itself was a clue. But even otherwise, you should have got this. GEF is nothing new. We have been hearing about GEF since our school days. Okay, so the correct answer is option A, 1 only. 22nd question. This is a kind of question that we see in almost all UPSC papers. Regarding a particular sea or particular water body and the surrounding countries. Okay, and here the question is about which of the following nations of Africa have coastlines on the Mediterranean Sea. So which are the countries surrounding the Mediterranean Sea? Okay, maybe in some other quizzes I will ask about Red Sea or Black Sea or Caspian Sea, Adriatic Sea, etc. etc. Okay, so Greece, Libya, Italy, Algeria. Select the correct answer. 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Greece, Libya, Italy, Algeria. Think about it. Try to visualize the map. There are some shortcuts also to remember. Okay, Seema going with option C. 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Others? Sravana B. Anyone else want to try? Alright, so I will tell you the answer. Correct answer to question number 22 is option B. Deepika correct, Srinal Devi correct. First of all, just think. Okay, read the question carefully. Which of the following nations of Africa? All these nations are actually bordering Mediterranean Sea. Here is the diagram. Okay, here is Algeria, here is Libya, here is Italy, here is Greece. So all of these countries are actually bordering Mediterranean Sea. Only problem is the question is regarding the African countries. Greece and Italy are not in Africa, they are European nations. Okay, so the remaining countries, Libya and Algeria. So the answer is option B. Okay, Don't forget this. Correct answer is option B. Tricky question. If you had paid attention, you would have definitely got this correct. Question number 23. Like, even if you did not know regarding which all countries have opening to Mediterranean Sea, from the question itself, you can eliminate these two. Now, this is gone. This is gone. This is, I mean, all of us know that Greece and Italy are in Europe. So 1 and 3 already out, and which is the only option that that is remaining now. That is 2 and 4. You even don't have to think about it. Even if you know nothing about Mediterranean Sea, still you can get the answer. Okay. Question 23. Consider the following statements. The LIDAR system works in much the same way as the radar, with the only difference being that it uses radio waves instead of laser. 2. Both radar and LIDAR can operate in bad weather conditions. Select the correct answer. Welcome, Jogil Kumar. Okay, 23rd question. This is another thing that you have to be alert in UPSC questions, okay? Because some of the questions itself will give you enough for answering it, for answering that question. Okay, even if you know nothing about that question, still from the question itself you can intelligently guess the answer. Anyway, here question number 23. Anyone? Sravana is saying it is C. Seema also going with C. Srisnal Devi going with option D. Yeah, very good. Option D is the correct answer. First of all, read it again. LIDAR system works in the same way as the radar, with the only difference that it uses radio waves instead of laser waves. It's the other way around, na? LIDAR is using the light waves and radar is using the radio waves. But it's saying the other way around. So first statement is wrong. Okay. Now, both radar and LIDAR can operate in bad weather condition. This you can attempt logically. The radar uses radio waves. It's shown here. It uses radio waves. So it's an electromagnetic wave. So yeah, it can work fine in bad weather and all. But just think about LIDAR. LIDAR is using light waves. Okay. So if the weather is very bad, it's cloudy, etc., then can light penetrate through it? No, right? So bad weather conditions will affect LIDAR. It will not affect radar. Clear? So both the statements are wrong. Answer is option D, none of the above. The same, whatever I have said is written here. You can read it. Okay. So 23 questions down. The last 2 questions for the day. 24. Ranbir Singh Committee, sometimes mentioned in the news, deals with which among the following? Ranbir Singh Committee. Okay. Option A, criminal law. Option B, agriculture. Option C, military preparedness. Option D, public-private partnership. Ranbir Singh Committee, nothing to do with Bollywood. Okay, that actually I even planned about giving that an option. But welcome, Neema Bhatt. 24th question. Only one more question after this, and today's session will come to an end. The next MCQ session will happen on Saturday. The portion is August and September 2020. Current affairs from August and September 2020. I will put it in the group. Okay. Please share the my channel details with your friends also, so they can subscribe and participate in these kinds of quizzes. NCRT class will happen day after tomorrow. Not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay. 24 C. Everyone C. What is the correct answer? It is option A. Okay, Ranbir Singh Committee actually deals with criminal law. The panel would look into required amendments to the IPC and CRPC, to which deals with the issue of mob lynching. Mob lynching has been a very curious issue in India. You have heard about such instances happening all over India, and in our IPC and CRPC there is no provision that actually deals with this particular title. Okay, I mean usually police takes case based using certain other sections in the IPC and CRPC, but there is nothing called mob lynching as such. Okay, so that is why it has to be reviewed to include mob lynching. So Ranbir Singh committee deals with criminal law. Clear? Last question for the day, 25th question. Consider the following statements about annular solar eclipse. Okay, ASE. It occurs only during a new moon. 2. Moon should be near the apogee, that is the furthest point of the moon from Earth, so that the outer edge of the sun is visible. Select the correct answer. Final question for the day regarding annular solar eclipse. You know what this is, na? In the solar eclipse, you will be able to see the sun as a ring. That is known as annular solar eclipse, something like this. Okay, the moon will block the sun here, but still the sun will be visible as a ring to us. It happened last year. I was able to see this myself. At Kerala, this was very much visible, and I was able to see this ring perfectly. Okay, so what's the correct answer? It occurs only during a new moon. Moon should be near apogee so that the outer edge of the sun is visible. So D, C, B, C, different answers. Correct answer to this question is option C. How many got this? Sravana, very good. Jogil Kumar, Deepika Datta, all good. Both are correct. It only occurs in a new moon. So these are the criterion for an annular solar eclipse. There should be a new moon. Okay. Moon should be at or very near the lunar node so that the sun, moon and earth are all in straight line. What is a lunar node? Lunar node is basically like this. If this is the earth and this is the orbital plane or the ecliptical, then this is the moon. This is the moon's plane. There are 2 points here. Here is one and here is one. These two are known as lunar nodes. Okay, the through one node, moon will go, pass above or come above the ecliptical plane, and through the other node it goes below the plane. So these are the lunar nodes. For an annular solar eclipse to happen, then moon should be in one of these. Clear? And finally, moon should be near the apogee. Apogee means the furthest from the earth. Perigee means closest to earth. Okay, so it has to be farthest from the earth. Otherwise, what will happen? The shadow will completely block the sun. If the moon is closer, what will happen? It can completely block the view of the sun. So nothing will be seen. It will be complete eclipse. Okay, since the moon is very further from earth, which means closer to sun, what will happen? The moon will not be appearing big enough to block the entire sun. Clear? That is how annular solar eclipse is visible. So that is it. The correct answer to this question is option C. Both the statements are true. And we have come to the end of this session. So you can yourself tabulate your marks. If you are okay with it, you can put it in the chat how much you got, or you can message me how much you got, and keep a track of your own record. In the next quiz, try to get higher marks and keep on doing that. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this session. I hope this was a revision session for you. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon so that whenever I schedule my next class, you will get notified. Also follow me in my Telegram channel, t.me/msrw1, where I will be uploading these PPTs, notes, etc. etc. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you for joining, everyone. See you again in the next class.